Good evening and welcome to the Sami Parvez show. This is the first time that I'm alone doing this live without my friend Anwan Ekstrom, who is busy today. I don't know, I think he's on a vacation or somewhere. He did not disclose that. So, as you know, tomorrow is the Remembrance Day, November 11th. So I would appreciate if you did not get your poppy, please get your poppy today and tomorrow. Please hold for 2 minutes for silence or to reflect what happened during First World War and the Second World War and how our veterans served, sacrificed their lives uh, for our today is we are living in a peace world country or in a free world just because of them, and there are many people like our military forces who are continuing to serve just because of them. You must hold and to reflect, and thank you. And also in the southern border, US presidential race is Donald Trump gets elected again, which was unexpected, and many folks or many pundits or many political analysts were not expecting that Trump is going to win. Like there were many few people were saying that Trump is going to win, but most of them or majority of them, and also you may saw like many polls or pollsters were also predicting that it could be a win for Kamala Harris, but everything's changed. So it was unexpected when for Donald Trump. And if you see it on the other way, like just to be impartial, if you analyzes that win, this win is win for all Americans and those who are against these gender ideology, radical activists or those old radical opinions, or if you are against these wars in the Middle East or in the Ukraine or in other parts of the world. So this could be a win for them to stop those wars uh, to go more on is what we saw, like US is keep sending billions of taxpayers money to Ukraine or to Israel to fuel the war. It means you are just fueling, like if you put on fire, if you put uh, oil on fire, so it keeps burning. You need to put it water. As Trump could be the main, like I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but at this time we need him. Like back in 2016, when he won, so he tried to de-escalate the situation, and he was trying to negotiate with the Taliban. Though some folks say that it funded, like gave billions of dollars to Taliban, but maybe we did not have the situation what we have right now in the Afghanistan, and how U.S. Forces withdrawal from there. Maybe the situation would not be like this, and uh, we we may not have the war between Russia and Ukraine. Like there, so so these Western world keep funding Ukraine. It means Ukraine must fight on behalf of them. Like there is no American or Canadian or European soldiers are not dying or citizens are not dying in this war, so they don't care. Like they are just throwing your money, taxpayers' money, to in Ukraine war. Like and Zelensky is making billions of them. Like there were some scandals were also found out like last time. but mainstream media is not talking about those things, and mainstream media says what mainstream media tells what government says. So it seems like mainstream media is the spokesperson for those countries, like what we see in Canada or in the US. They speaks on behalf of just what the government says. And maybe the things would change, like we need change. And there is also another thing, like we also seeing like some people are blaming Joe Biden that he's supposed to step down earlier. So this could be the reason that Kamala Harris did not win, and at that time they were pushing him to step down. Now when he step down, now they are calling him, oh, he did not do it on the right time. So this it means you are making just excuses that you cannot defeat a man. And let's not forget, back in 2016, when Biden wanted to run. Yes, Biden wanted to run, but Biden was sidelined, I can tell you. Last time, I know, like, I was doing live show on the election night. I said there was a report. Yes, there was a report from NBC which quoted. I'm going to share that report with you so you can see it. What does it says? Just please give me one moment. We will go through that. And like, Biden wanted to run in 2016 election, but he was pushed out because they said, oh, we need to let Hillary Clinton to run. Oh boy. So just please bear with me. Just please bear with me. I need to share this one with you. So what Biden aide told NBC. Okay, I think you can see this screen. This the screenshot of that report. So it was back in June or July this year. So when it was being called that Biden should step down after the past leadership U.S. presidential leadership debate, when he performed very poorly. The sources said Biden feels angry at how the party has tried to push him out. A source close to Biden criticized senior Democratic leaders for giving us Donald Trump. He was talking about back in 2016. Now see what he says. Quote, can we all just remember for a minute that these same people who are trying to push Joe Biden out are the same people who literally all Donald Trump. Gave us all Donald Trump. In 2015, Obama, Pelosi, Schumer pushed Biden aside in favor of Hillary. They were wrong then and they are wrong now. Quote, The source told NBC News. Like this clearly says the right thing. Back in 2015, or when Biden wanted to run, they pushed him out, and they favored Hillary Clinton. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton wife, and she was also Secretary of the State during Obama administration. So they thought, oh, we need to play, gender ideology tactics. Oh, let a woman to be let Hillary Clinton to become the first woman of the United States. Yeah, sure, why not a woman? But you need to see the other side of the world. Like on the other side there is Donald Trump, who plays every role. Like everyone knows how he can change the channel. So so I think as Trump won in 2016 and 2024 just because of Obama, Pelosi, and Schumer. If they allowed back then in 2016 and 2015 to Biden to run and supported him, like endorsed Biden instead of Hillary, maybe we were not at this time like playing these or facing these issues. And see, the source pointed to polling in the 2016 election that found Hillary Clinton leading by as much as 9 points at that time. Yeah, but Hillary was leading in every single poll, but suddenly on election night everything changed, and everyone was shocked. So, how did all this work out for everyone in 2016? Perhaps we should learn a few lessons from 2016. One of them is polls are BS. Like I hope you understand what does BS mean. Just ask Secretary Clinton, and two, maybe just maybe Joe Biden is more in touch with actual Americans than Obama, Pelosi, Schumer. Quote. So she, so this source is right. And if you see back in 2020 during or maybe I think 2019, yeah, 2020 during uh, a Democrat presidential nominee race, like Biden was behind at the first time, then suddenly the things change in his favor, and just those other folks just stepping down, like kept endorsing Joe Biden at the last moment, like then he became the nominee for the Democrat. Then he changed everything at that time. Yeah, the age could be the factor, but you cannot play this uh, gender ideology or race ideology or these useless things, like during this era. This US election sends a message to each and every party, every people, that this is over for radical ideologists. You must change your what we are seeing in Canada, the same things, like uh, Trudeau played, oh, this is 2015, that's why we have gender balance. Then what he did, he, he kicked out Madam Jody Wilson Raybould, Dr. Jane Pelport when they stand up to him. And when like these are just these tactics, like he will say something else and does something else. This is how things work in politics. And now is and if we come to now Canada. And also I just want to let folks knows, like we were surprised that Justin Trudeau, when you woke up in the morning, maybe he was awake, just checking the reports, and the final results was, so final results were not announced, but it was Fox News was the first media who projected that Donald Trump would become the next US president. I think it was around 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. Eastern time, if I'm not wrong. I was covering this one here on the Sami Parvez show. So yeah, like but I'm saying that Trudeau put up picture with Trump and posted it on X, I think maybe Facebook or other social media platform, just saying, yeah, Mr. President, congratulations, and you won, like this is a victory, and we are looking forward to working with you. But in the last 4 years, Trudeau compared Pierre Pouliot, conservative leader, conservative party leader, comparing Trump. Suddenly, he changed everything. Like, were you lying before, or you are lying now, or you just need a reason to change the things. Like, he's behind in the polls, every single poll, and there is nothing he can to do to win the next election. And also, we saw, like, from a French president, Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor, and other parts of the leader, like, congratulated him. So Trump, I think, I felt like they were excited. Trump won. Okay, so just please give me one moment. Okay, yeah. So it seems like they were excited that Trump won. We need to work with a new administration in the White House, because this would affect, like, everything in the world. As you see, like, when there was a U.S. presidential debate, many people, like millions of people, were watching it, maybe billion. So it means entire world eyes were on that election. So it could impact, and this could be the end of the wars in the Middle East, in the Ukraine, or maybe other parts of the world. And also, it could bring new changes. But, and he also talked about, you will end this gender ideology, and you will also maybe try to bring more competition. Like, maybe you would put more sanction on China. China is interfering everywhere in Canadian election, and where some folks' names were named in during a press conference a couple of weeks back, with Sam Cooper, who is an investigative journalist, the chief of the bureau. He said that there could be four people, including a conservative senator, names are there, and including liberal minister Nij. I think her name is like that. Yeah, she's a Chinese Canadian, and then she was keeps criticizing Sam Cooper. He should not be given such a platform. Who the hell are you to tell him that he should not be given such a platform to speak out? So these are the concern. And so So now, Trudeau also announced his team, to for Canada US relationship committee, or task force, something like that. He also named, like, is those minister LeBlanc, or some other folks who are working in Trudeau's, uh, who are right now are Trudeau's minister. They are the folks who are named on their committee. I don't know what they are going to do, but we are not hopeful with respect to that. And Trudeau was in British Columbia this last weekend. Yeah, still I think he's there. He was there on Friday and yesterday, and they did a fundraise, and they did announcement, just to tell people that they are not for their own party matter, but for working for Canadians. You are not working for Canadians. You are working for yourself. And Trudeau today, Justin Trudeau announced a a by-election in in Clo. He announced a by-election in Cloverdale, Langley City in BC. So it will be held on December 16, which means next month. And this has been a swing riding. It was first created in 2013 and first contested in 2015, when Justin Trudeau won a majority. First time Liberal won with a great margin. The first MP was John L. Doug. He received 24,617 votes, which were 45.52%. And conservative Dan Drysdale received just 18,800. Those votes were just 34.77%. Now, in 2019 election, so conservative took that seat by the candidate name was Tamara Jensen. He received 37% vote, which the vote were actual 20,936, and Liberal John Eldag, which was the incumbent, lost the seat, received 19,542, which the percent was 35.22. It means the margin was just 2.5. It was very in a low margin, like just a conservative took that seat, and then Liberal again won that seat. Uh, Liberal again won that seat back in 2021 when Justin Trudeau called a snap election during COVID. Like everyone was suffering, and Trudeau thought might be this would be a good time to call for a snap election and may gain more seat, but nothing happened. The seat number remained remained the same. So it was a big take test. So yeah, Liberal took that seat. This uh, in this BC riding in 2021, John Eldag won that seat just by 3 point margin, 3.1. Like John Eldag received 20,877 votes with 39.2%, and conservative candidate Tamara Jensen, who was the incumbent at this time, just received 19,223 votes. The difference was the percent 36.1% received. It means he lost by just 3.1%. And then now Tamara Jensen is Liberal candidate is going to run, and then People's Party candidate Ian Kennedy, who is running since 2019. So he is going to run, and also we don't know like who is going to run for Liberals. Maybe there are some rumors so far that maybe Mark Carney will run from this riding as Trudeau was there in BC, doing a Liberal Party of Canada convention in British Columbia. He was also doing some fundraising event and attending with his so-called MPs, charging I think 1,500 to 1,700. Yeah, I think 1,700, $1,750 per person to meet to attend that event, to pay then meet with Justin Trudeau. Like it seems like he is on the sale. And we so the election date is on December 16th, and we also may have longest ballot. I don't know like whether they are going to run or not, but they received many emails for Halifax. It was uh, they thought maybe Trudeau call an election for Halifax, but suddenly he announced for BC. He may try to see like how it works, like whether he would hold that seat or they are going to lose it, because the incumbent MP was John Eldag, who resigned, then ran for BC-NDP. Also, this poor guy also lost there. So he knew that he may lose this election, he may lose this seat in the next election, but may run for a BC-NDP, may win it, but again lost to a BC Conservative. That was unfortunate for him to losing this both seats. Like federally and provincially. Now may, who knows, maybe I don't think he's going to run for this federal one, but maybe Trudeau may announce Mark Carney may run from this riding, or somebody else Trudeau would choose someone, like what he did for Les Alemad Warden. Is many candidates were expecting to run, then suddenly picked his own choice, then poorly lost to Bloc Québécois candidate. It was unexpected and very surprising. And BC, NDP also performed very well there, but their tactics using Palestine and putting a Palestinian plague on their candidate. So this was, I think, a disaster for them. Maybe that was the reason they lost. But Bloc Québécois won. It was, I think, in the history for the first time. They won that riding. So big one win for them. And also now Bloc Québécois is trying to topple the Liberal government with the support of conservative, but now they cannot do it because they need another party support, or they need at least 20 more MPs to support them. So and also like NDP are not willing to topple this government because they know. And there was a poll yesterday I was checking, which suggested NDP leader Jagmeet Singh could lose his own seat if an election would be held today. Which means his seat is not safe anymore. So there are there are some concern for him, because that's why he's delaying the election for his pension, as it was a joke, but now it is serious, because is a top aide of PMO also confirmed during a committee meeting that they held a secret or backdoor meetings with NDP staffers for to changing the election act, or changing, like in election act it is included to change the date. It's supposed to be held on this October 20th 2024, but 2025 October 20th 2025, but they want to extend it for 1 week because they think it could be held that day. It would be Diwali, which is an Hindu festival, but the concern is not that religious festival. This is more about pension. Like if they delay it for 1 or 2 days, these so-called MP, the total number is 82, and most majority, I think 32, or I think 34 are from Liberals and NDP. They could secure their lifetime pension, which cost millions of dollars to taxpayers. They don't care about how much would it cost to taxpayer. They are more concerned how they secure a lifetime pension in labor luxury life. Like they are receiving over 200 grand every year, and their expenses are covered, and they are living a luxury lifestyle. And also uh, they are receiving pay raise every April past. At the same time, they put a tax on carbon tax, which cost uh, hundreds of $1,000 to Canadian taxpayer, or Canadian citizens, or Canadian or residents who are living in Canada. But they don't give a damn about this thing. They are more concerned. Please tell me a one MP name who is just running for doing something for Canada or Canadians. No one is doing this one, though it is Justin Trudeau or Pierre Pouliot or Blanchet or Jagmeet Singh or Maxime Bernier or Elizabeth May. Please tell me any party name, or there is a new party, the Canadian Future Party, or Dominic. No, they are not going to do this. They are not running for betterment of Canada and Canadian. They are doing it for themselves because they want to live a luxury lifestyle. If tell me, if they are doing it for Canada and Canadians, why no one spoke a single word regarding that pay raise? Like at the first time back in 2020, when they received their pay raise, they say, "Oh, we will donate it to charity." Why the hell everyone is not going to donate it to charity? You should brought up a motion and must call out, "Oh, we don't need this raise, like we are already getting 200,000. And one of this Air Kitchener Center MP, when I spoke last time, oh, he said this is nothing, oh, only this Canadian Taxpayer Federation is calling out. No one is other making it, and this is very small amount. And the work we are doing, what the hell are you doing, Mike Morris? Mike Morris. I sent multiple emails to Mike Morris, who is my local MP. I'm not criticizing it just because it does not respond to my emails, but what he's doing, he told me, yeah, I wish I would record those phone calls and then share it here. Then you would know that what he told me. Maybe I don't have the proof right now, but I wish, I would record it. I would record those we calls and post it here, that you must know what he told me. Kitchener resident, remember, he's not running. He put forward always is radical ideology. Mike told me that he does not support liberal government. You know, so if you don't support liberal government, how the hell you did not vote on no confidence motion? Yes, we don't trust this government. You voted no. Check out the vote where you voted yes when it comes to no non-confidence motion, which brought by twice by conservative government, conservative party last month. And also my build Kitchener residents over $20,000 just for his traveling last 3 months, since June until September, I believe. And in Kitchener, I saw people are begging on the streets in my naked eyes. And I also saw people are searching food in the garbage bin. Can you believe it? Mike, you need to get out from your office, get out from your luxurious life and walk on the street, see how people are doing. And each and every, I'm not telling just particularly Mike, every from Trudeau to Pierre Pouliot or other MPs too, like Chrystia Freeland or Jagmeet Singh or Blanchet or Greg Fargas, who is the speaker now. Get out from your houses, from your luxury lifestyle. Get out on the go on the street, meet the people who are begging on the streets, who are sleeping on the streets, who are searching foods on the streets, who are searching foods on the garbage bin. Can you believe it? Are we living in a first world country? It feels like we are living in a backward, like in Afghanistan or Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, where people you or Sri Lanka or any other part of the third world countries, where people search on the garbage bin or from the trash or big on the streets, like maybe knock doors for us for money or for food or something. Like the same thing is happening in Canada, like millions of people are lining up on the food bank, even though some food banks are short of those resources. They are shutting down their food banks. What the hell is going on? And we are sending millions of dollars to foreign nation, like in Ukraine. $50 million were announced, like funding for Ukraine war, or for just for you are giving them loan. How they are going to pay them back? No, they can't. And now Trump administration, like Trump would sworn in in January 20th, there will be a huge illegal immigration crisis in Canada. Just mark my words. So you can't imagine what happened back in 2017 when Trudeau put out a tweet, "Welcome to Canada." You are running from wars or climate change or anything, you are affected, welcome to Canada. He just wanted to make a political point, like a Canadian taxpayer suffered, like hundreds of thousands of taxpayer money were spent, and still there are many illegal immigrants in Canada, and maybe more would come when, like, maybe RCMP already claimed that they are in high alert, and like they set up a camp in Roxham Road. Everyone treated and get in and take care. I don't know, like there was also report of these illegal immigrants are costing taxpayer, each person I think receiving $200 to $300, and they're living in a hotel. A Canadian who lived his whole life and like gave taxes, who is begging on the streets or sleeping on the footpath. What the hell are you talking about? That you are giving millions of dollars to these people? They should enjoy a luxurious lifestyle. Myself, I have been unemployed since January 2024, despite applying too many jobs. Still no luck, and I don't think if I received any interview, even though like fresh core food basic, Walmart, these retail stores still I did not get the opportunity to get hired there. It means there are too many folks are applying, and there are too many people are jobless, even though some folks are asking for money. There are I applied for Amazon. I have this one, and I think I posted something on Twitter. I did a poll that are you going to pay $1,000 to get Amazon delivery job? Like it seems like they are charging people to then uh, to get you that job. Though that company said we are not going to, or that company, this is uh, it is just what do we call it? That was just an agent who is trying, maybe he has connection with Amazon, and then when you get hired, it means when I will apply, then they will tell the hiring manager you need to hire this guy, then I need to pay him $1,000, then this hiring manager and that guy may share a part of those of $1,000. Maybe the hiring agent would pay to that hiring manager $300, maybe half of them, like this is how they are doing business, and some people are paying like this. And this is what we saw. Is there is a restaurant, it was the story was broke by CBC investigative. uh, I don't know like what that particular is called, but that is CBC broke that story that there is a business, actually it does not exist, but that folk did not work, and he just paid to them to get a pay stub, like he's just paying taxes. So he went through a process. It means a government knows that he's working, but he's not working. So then he received the pay stub when he applied for. Then he has the opportunity to apply the PR. Like this is how it works. Like there are lots of illegal things are going in Canada where our government is just sleeping on the bed silently, doing nothing, saying we are going to do this and that. You are not going to give a damn about this thing. If you did, such thing don't happen. And also LMIA, they charge 30,000. I know people who were charged like 30,000, $30,000. Like just give you LMIA. If you are living outside or inside, you need to pay that money. You will get it. And driving license, there was another report from CBC. Thank you. We always say defund the CBC, but we need some story like that. I don't know, like did government work on this one or not? But there are people are paying to get a driving lesson. That's why we see more accident. This is the reason, and we need more. We need more stricter rules and regulation to tackle such crimes. These are completely heinous crime. Why they are happening? It is not a third world country. Like, yeah, if you are living in India or Pakistan or Afghanistan, or I don't believe this thing could happen in Iran, because I know someone failed in Iran for multiple time. I don't recall he could pay someone to get a license. Like everyone is calling Iran a a bad country or third world country. I don't think this could happen down there. Yeah, this could happen in India particularly, because there is also a movie which shows this thing, how to get a blind person can get a driving lesson. And particularly, I know, like in Pakistan, it definitely would happen. Like it is happening. You need to pay money and you will get the thing. And apart in maybe in Bangladesh or in Sri Lanka or in other, like in African countries or in South American country, it could happen. But here in Canada, we see this thing is happening. Like when you bring up and when you give the authorities to these folks, and now we know, like a liberal minister liberal minister was involved in a company which title is indigenous for receiving those funds, Randy. So which Randy is it? Then he throw his friend under the bus. Oh, I was not involved. It was my friend who was exploiting my name. What the hell is going on in Canada? Like when we get elect people like Justin Trudeau, who broke ethics laws twice, still is the prime minister. If this thing happened in anywhere in the world, though it was third world country, the people like Justin Trudeau would not remain prime minister of a country or president of a country. But this is Canada. Like everything is allowed here. And people break the ethics law. When you don't have ethics law, then what more would you have? This is what happened. I need to share that Randy statement. Just please bear with me. Okay. Okay, Randy Bosenalt. Okay, here is Randy Bosenalt statement. In response of that, company was found cheated, and he blamed, like what we saw during when liberal were caught. He threw Justin Trudeau threw Madam Jody Wilson under the bus, and uh, then there was another guy. He was finance minister. He was threw under the bus, and whoever he wanted, like chief of staff, here and there, India scandal. He threw his one of MP under the bus. Oh, this was his fault, not my fault. When the hell are you going to take some responsibility? This is happening. Like if it happened anywhere in the world, the prime minister with integrity would resign. Randy Boselnot statement. It has become apparent that my former business partner Stephen Anderson is conducting himself in an unacceptable manner. The evidence clearly indicates Mr. Anderson used my name without my consent to advance his personal interest repeatedly, including in the years after our work together. It concluded. How the hell you did not know when this thing is happening? You know, I also did not consent to Anderson making any false representation to portray Global Health Imports as an indigenous owned company, nor would I. There is a long history program, and such actions are wrong and deeply hurtful to indigenous people. If it is hurtful, you supposed to resign. You should take some responsibility, Randy. I don't know. With regard to my own heritage, the family into which I was adopted is indigenous ancestry with my adopted mother and brother, both being a status metis. I myself do not have a status, though I have participated in indigenous caucus as an ally throughout my time as an MP. I regret my error in judgment in having gone into business with Anderson. This is unprecedented. You need to do the right thing and resign, Randy Bozarnalt. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, I know, we know, like, there is no ethics in your government. Like, since Justin Trudeau took the power, everything is corrupt. And that's why we don't see your resignation. Yep, this was it, folks. And okay, let me check if we have anything. We don't have anything in chats. And let's see the polls, and particularly about regarding the upcoming by-election in Clover Langley City. And also there could be some expectation from longest ballot committee to run some candidate as they ran 84 candidates in less 84, no, I think 79 Lisa Lemard Warden, it in the last one in Toronto St. Paul's, which were highest. Maybe they are going to run more candidates this time, not sure. This could make an impact. And let's see polls. Okay, there you go, 338 and the polls. So it clearly shows that conservative is a majority with 42% and liberal 24, NDP 18, Bloc Québécois 8, Greens 4. So this is Abacus data report. So liberal 22, CPC conservative 41, NDP 20, Green 5, Bloc Québécois still 8, and PPC 4. So conservatives are lead 19. But if we look last time, so now this time conservative are down like three points. But this is not a huge deal for them. So so this poll on November 3rd. Okay, so the last one was in October 20th. So at that time, liberal were 22 and conservative were 44. If you see like this 44 and here they have 41, but this did not impact on liberal, did not gain anything. Liberal remains same, no change. Conservative are just down 3 points, but here liberal 22, conservative 44. Yeah, conservative are down 3 points, No, I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, conservative are down 3 point. Then here NDP were 18, now they are in 20. So green, no change. 5, 5, Bloc Quebecois 8, 8. And now People's Party are up. Like before they were 2 point, now they are on 4 point. But it could not make any difference. But I don't think they would have any safe seat. But this is like these are percentage, and conservative still hold a majority like with 19 point leader, like lead by 19 points against their main rival liberals. So now liberals are very competitive against NDP. NDP could maybe have a great chance to form a uh, official opposition, but I don't know like why Jagmeet Singh is not thinking about taking a official opposition then losing completely, like may give also our time to liberals are not performing very well, and Ligard like polls see it is 26-42. If we see the last time Ligard like poll, yeah, back we have 25 42 40 26 42 25 42. Yeah, conservative are same. Like conservative would have a majority, and Justin Trudeau is not going to step down, and this is the fact. And let's check that riding where the uh, by-election will be held. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This is a safe seat. Conservative would take this seat. Like this is a swing seat. In 2016, 2015, Liberal won this riding. In 2019 conservative, then 2021 again liberals. So this time conservative will hold this seat no matter what they would do. See, like 35, 37. This time conservative win this seat. In 2021, 39, 36. And in now its projection is 30 versus 51, and they never hold this large amount lead. It means a could conservative could win back this riding, and it does not make impact on the party standard. The party number, the government would remain same, as Trudeau is not going to step down, and so far we don't see any MPs are willing to cross the floor. But if they do it, it could be they would be in advantage. Like the next government is conservative, so some liberals or some NDP folks could cross the floor. And before doing that, let's do one more thing, then maybe we will end this live stream. How's our comments? So let's see the seat. Okay, members, protect members of parliament. Yeah, see, so now Liberal are 153, Conservative are 119, and Bloc 33, NDP 25, and Green 2, Independent 4. So 338. So they need 170. So how they can get 170? 119. So this will be 12, 42. If we add conservative and block, they will be 142. No, 152. Sorry. So if we add conservative, if block and conservative come together, so they would have 152. But liberals are 153. So one is speaker. So it means they would be tied. So this green, they would never support conservative, never ever. Remember, they are not going to support because they have radical ideology. Like they are radical ideologists. They just speak about green energy or this and that. That is not the future. Like when Trump takes the uh, White House, so maybe he would cancel everything as he did with Paris Accord agreement. He ripped up that agreement, and maybe he's going to what Biden is spent or what Trudeau is spent on electric vehicles. This will be over. We need this oil and gas, and he canceled. First day Trump approved XL key XL pipeline, and Biden on his very first day uh, signed an executive order to cancel XL pipeline. So maybe Trump would approve it, and he showed like frustration at that time because Biden cancel EXL pipeline. So this could be another consequences for liberal government. But if they would come together, so they would tie. Now it all depends on these folks NDP. So let's say these NDP are not going to vote in favor of this, but if these 50 25 to this will be 155 with green, and then 560 180, they will be 180. But if those 24 folks who called Trudeau to step down, if they would support these liberals, if they would support conservative or bloc, I think would put forward a motion whenever they will get a chance. So those 24, they are 122. Then if we add 4, 156, 176. So they will be 176, and these folks will be uh, one uh, 155. Uh, they will be 156. Let's recheck it. Yeah, so these liberals will be liberal and DP and green would be 156. 153 plus 25 plus 2. And if those 24 folks would oppose this motion, but they need those 24 MPs to vote in favor of this Bloc Québécois motion against Liberal government to topple it down. Like some MPs already said, including four ministers who were not willing to run. Some abstain from this motion, and some must vote. So this would come out. Like they may topple down this Liberal minority government if those 24 stand together, or they would abstain from this motion. So Liberal government could easily get a topple down, but they need 24 more folks. Though if these 25 NDP would abstain from that motion, but these two Greens would definitely support Liberal because they have no other choice. Like they need their pension secure. And as I was saying, that these Liberals are trying to change the date with NDP support because Liberal and NDP many candidate or MPs would lose their seat in the next election whenever it would be called. So they need their pension, lifetime pension, or I think it is over millions. Okay, let's check if you have any question on the chat. Okay. So that's it for the, I don't know, like whether they come in the support of liberals or conservative or in Bloc Québécois or not, but they have an opportunity, like when you try to get Trudeau or force Trudeau to resign, he's not going to step down because he changed all the rules to run as one main or superpower, and so it is now it is up to liberal government or those 24 MPs. And NDP is not going to vote in favor of that motion because Jagmeet Singh could lose his seat. Yes, Jagmeet Singh seat has been tossed up, so he could lose his own seat. That's why he's more concerned about his lifetime pension than the country and his party. Like if you want a great legacy, he should be remembered as a good leader. He's supposed to topple down this liberal government. Maybe he could win his seat and he could form a official opposition in the after the next election. But as he's trying to support a liberal government for each and every single motion, so that means he's not going to form the next government. And now NDP are in trouble also in the fundraising and also in the polls everywhere like liberals. So that's why now this is up to Jagmeet Singh. He needs to use his mind rather than being greedy. So we don't know, like these politicians are, you cannot imagine. Just trying to find Jagmeet Singh riding. It is, I think, Barnaby Central. Barnaby Central riding. Let's see if we find out this one. We find out right. Barnaby South. Barnaby South. Okay, so I can see like this riding is being redistributed. Barnaby South. So now it is Barnaby Central and Vancouver, Fraserview South, Barnaby. Now I can see Barnaby Central and Barnaby, Vancouver. So both are like this Vancouver, Fraserview. This one owned by Liberal. So it could be a toss up between conservative and so Barnaby Central. Stop. Let me show you that riding. So there you go. So here Barnaby Central. So this is toss up between conservative and NDP. There are more chances for the conservative to win this riding. So see, you can see the difference: 52%, 48% chances, and Barnaby like conservative are up now. Now you can see the direction, and also here are the recent electoral history. 37%, 39%. Now they are projected 34%. Conservative were 28, 22. They're 35. Liberals are just 25, 31. And now they would go down to 24 as they were in 2019. And PPC are not doing enough. I don't think why we have PPC. And then now we have a new party which is called the Future, the Future Canadian Party. Canadian Future Party. It was officially launched in August when they ran candidate in the last by-election, two by-election. Dominic Cardy is the leader of this party, was once was once with a progressive conservative and new democrat, and he will be the leader until after next election, I think until 2016. I don't think this party is going to make any difference as PC. No, People's Party did not make any impact. How would this would make any difference? Let me see if there is anything in the comment section. There is nothing on the comment section. And guys, if you did not subscribe to our channel, please make sure to subscribe it. And if you would like to support, you can donate via Interact e-transfer to Sami Parvez at gmail.com. The email address is given in the description, and also please make sure to subscribe and like and share to support us, and we need your support. and we are not with any affiliated to any political parties, to any groups, nothing. We are just completely independent, and we always try to be impartial. We are neither with conservative or liberals or NDP, neither left or right. We just say what is right. And as a by-election is coming up on December 16, 2024, please make sure if you are living in that particular riding, please get out and vote. Vote for an independent candidate. Get out and vote. Don't vote for these major political parties, these candidates, because if you keep voting for them, nothing would change. The change would come the day when you elect an independent candidate. When there would be a voice in the House of Commons, in the Legislative Assembly, that is independent, who is not bounded by any political influence or political powers, who is going to just for work for you. So I would encourage get out and vote on December 16th if you are living in British Columbia in that particular riding. You are living in Cloverdale, Langley City on December 16th. Get out, vote, and vote for an independent candidate. Maybe many independent candidate would run for longest ballot committee. So I would encourage get in touch if you need support. Maybe you check with them. I I did not receive any formal information regarding this, but maybe they try to run. Like wherever there is a safe seat for the liberal or conservative, they try to put their candidate down. There is Justin Trudeau back in 2015 promised that it could be the last post-past electoral system, but he broke his own promise because if he would amend that election act, so he could never ever form a majority government. So they are not going to change to give themselves a tough time. So that's why they are not going to do it, and you cannot expect it from any other political parties, neither conservative or liberals or green or NDP. Everyone talks about it when they are not in power. Whenever they will get in power, they won't do it. Is there is a great thing is famous that back in I think when Pierre Poulier was a student, he wrote about that there should be a term limit. But when he came in office, he got elected, so he never talked about it. So, and he has been in office for 20 years. He did nothing. Like for making changes. Right now, he's making those slogans because people are sick and people are frustrated. They need a change, and he's saying what people want to hear. This is how politics work, and this is how they are making you fool. So you should not be fooled with them when the election comes up. So I would encourage either, but get out at least to vote. I would encourage vote an independent candidate to let someone else to be your voice rather than these major political parties. I would call them tycoons. So don't vote for them, vote for a change. If you need a change, vote for an alternative party, vote for an alternative candidate, an independent candidate. Maybe you should not think that he or she is not going to win because he is or she is an independent candidate. He does not have enough support. But if you are going to vote for him or her, you would encourage your friends and family members that let's vote for him or her to get make a change. And likewise, if you don't want to go and vote, you think your vote doesn't matter, at least get out there and decline your ballot. Send a message to government of Canada and election Canada that I don't trust this process, whoever make these rules and regulation, is they are made by these whoever in power, like they would make these rules and regulation which must be called a conflict of interest, but you are making on your own rules. Like we are seeing, they are trying to change the election date, just they should be eligible for their lifetime pension. This is completely useless. This is completely this is called a conflict of interest, when you are giving yourself a favor. But here we don't have any we don't have any rules. Is Dominic LeBlanc, the Minister of Public Safety, he said Canada is a rule of law country. I told him, I replied, if Canada is a rule of law country, then we would not have a prime minister, or we may not have a people like Justin Trudeau to be the Prime Minister of Canada after being found guilty of ethics violation twice. Yeah, if there are any rules and regulation, or if this is a country of rule of law, such people should not deserve to be in the House of Commons. They should not deserve to be paid from taxpayers' money. Like there are two types of rule, one for them and one for the other. What the hell is going on? Yeah, this is not how democracy works, folks. So that's why we need a change, a rapid change, and a big change. The change can't come until and unless you don't get out on the election day or by election day, to get out on the polling station and vote your and cast your vote. And if just I think the minimum is the maximum people get out vote, just it is 50%. I don't think we would have any time, recent time history, 60% or 70% people are voting. It is too low. If you don't vote, these people will be in power for lifetime, to giving you hard time. Whenever this on April 1st, this what is called April Fool Day. This is not April Fool Day. These MP would get a bump and you would pay more. And Canada debt now reached to highest level. So that's why I encourage you, wherever you are, whenever the election comes up, whatever election it is municipal, it is provincial, it is federal, get out and vote. As there is another election coming up on November 26th in Nova Scotia. Like what happened in Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia PC government, like conservative government, is in power, who passed a bill to fix an election date. They broke their own rule. Yeah, we won't have any election within 4 years. We have a fixed date. No, this is the right time. Let's call a Senate election and get in power for next 4 years. This is not about you or me or anyone else, but about themselves, to remain in power, to grab the power, to hold it for 4 years. So this cannot be called directly a dictatorship, like what we see in Russia or China or North Korea, or in Saudi Arabia, or these other region where these folks will remain in power forever. What we saw also in Cuba. But this is indirectly dictatorship. Like you are just opportunistic. You would take the time and get out and call a Senate election whenever you want to. This should be considered a conflict of interest. Like you are just opportunistic. And what we are seeing here in Ontario is Doug Ford is preparing to call a Senate election as early as maybe next, I think until April or something before summer. He would call an election. So you need to wait and watch. And he also trying to send $200 to each and every folks in Ontario, a rebate check. What other folks is calling bribing them. Yeah, I would take that. This does not come from Doug Ford paycheck or from his own pocket. Those are my own taxes. What am I paying? Whether I'm shopping or whether it comes from my paycheck. Those money. This does not directly come from Doug Ford. I would take it, but I'm not going to vote for Doug Ford. You need to do it the same thing. This is how things work. Like, and yeah, these folks are opportunistic, whether that is Doug Ford, Jagmeet Singh, Justin Trudeau, PR Pouliot, everyone. They all are opportunistic. Whenever times come, they will be like this. And what we are seeing right now is PR Pouliot is not, I think, is the least MP that is not bailing taxpayer for his travel spending and other spending. So he also traveled last time in a economy plane. I think when there was a convention of Liberal Conservative Party, I think in Quebec. So, but yeah, so he would have some protocol when he will become the Prime Minister of Canada. But is he going to spend less as compared to Justin Trudeau? Let's wait and watch until then to see how he's going to perform better than Justin Trudeau. Like when will he stand on the rules and regulation what he applied, or is he going to make term limit for the lawmakers or a prime minister? And if anyone get caught contempt of a parliament or uh, caught violating ethics rule, will he get fired? Will he called out to step down and resign? So these are the things we must consider. If Pierre Pouliot is going to do something like that, yeah, he's very welcome. If he cannot, and if he does not do it, so he should remain silent, because his party was in power back in 2006 until 2015. Then suddenly they got defeated, which was not expected. Is This is how things work, and so let's wait and watch. But once again, I do encourage, on every election, though it is a municipal election, you need to watch out who is running. Like if is an incumbent is running, you need to go check out his performances, what he did, how much he built you. Yeah, during they spent, like they don't spend, or maybe they don't have much authority to spend as like uh a MP or MLA, but they spend too. You can watch them out, how much did they bill you. Like if they did more than, or if they did useless, or if they did not perform very well, you need to get out and vote for someone else, or decline your ballot to send a message at least, or check out your mayor or councillor or other board trustee, but always get out and vote. This is your right, and you should use it and send a message at least to the top authority. Unless you don't use your right, this is the only way, because whenever you call them, email them, they may ignore you. But this is the only time to make them accountable, and we need more laws for recalling these elected officials. But I don't think we would see it anytime soon, because these politicians don't want, they should be get accountable for this. And what we saw in Calgary, where there was a recall for Calgary mayor John Deck, I think her name is, but uh, the threshold was too high, they could not reach, but they still send a message. And this is how things work. And once again, please get out and vote whenever it comes. Okay, and thank you so much for joining me on the Sami Parvez show. Stay tuned until our next week. We will be live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Mountains Time. And you can also please subscribe to our channel, and we will try to get more guests on the Sami Parvez show. I already did an interview with our veteran Canadian journalist, and my friend David Craydon, which will be published tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So you need to stay tuned. And please make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you can donate via e-transfer to Sami Parvez at gmail.com. And until then, please take a good care of yourself and God bless you. And remember, tomorrow is Remembrance Day. Please, if you did not get your poppy, please get it and take a moment to reflect what happened during World War One and World War Two and other wars. And until then, please take care and have a good one. And once again, thank you so much for watching and joining us on the Sami Purpose Show.